didn't go quite to plan.
It was funny though. Hello everyone, welcome to the Krinnos Build Diary Throne Room video. Today we're looking at the time-lapse and then I'll do the full in-depth tour. I'm just doing the introduction as I do the time-lapse to sort of make these a bit snappier. So this is the throne room design. Here I'm actually designing the actual throne sort of pedestal, I guess you would say. It's on a raised section with two sort of slightly lower bits on either side where sort of other sort of leading members of state would sort of stand and sit. It's sort of like they have that big set of chairs at Hogwarts where like Dumbledore and all the other teachers sit. So it's sort of elevated above everything else, using deep slate brick rather than tile, just to sort of break it up a little bit. Because of these massive walls, I really struggled. Because it's a massive plain open space, I really struggled to try and think how can I make it look quite nice and interesting. So I use, of course, lots of wood and some other things you can see here with the green. Green is sort of the colour of Krinnos. It is sort of the sort of a hallmark colour. Now these I am very proud of, these sort of little shelves, I guess, with the stained glass behind them, because I couldn't have windows, but I wanted something to bring colour into the room, and this was a good way of doing it. I put glowstone and then spruce trapdoors behind it. The paintings were a lost cause, but I thought, because it was so enclosed, I wanted to open it up a bit, so I made these outer sort of balcony things, which I show you a bit more detail in the tour we'll do later. But it really just was like to really bring out the room and just make it just look more open, because it looked very sort of tall and thin. And I just really wanted to stretch out and just make it more open and just make it more an interesting place to look at. So here we are now coming into the final design. Now I do apologise, that time-lapse was a little bit brisk. It's basically the exact same one that I used for the short, just with a few tweaks for the for where the camera is. But I will talk you through a bit more what that time-lapse showed in a bit more detail, because a lot has changed since that time-lapse. To us, the opening main design of the room, there's sort of green banners on the wall. That was never filmed because I was sort of just testing the waters at that point. And as you can see, it has changed a great deal. It looks a lot brighter. For me, it looks a lot dimmer, sorry, on my camera, because my monitor is a bit crap. It's very, very dark. Actually, let me put the brightness down. This is currently on bright. I tried to build to about 50. So that looks a little bit better. But it looks naff on my screen. It looks pitch black. But on my other screen, where my OBS is, it looks lovely. So I redesigned the entrance actually a little bit here, where you come in. So we've got this portcullis. I've actually put slots in for the sides, and we have the side door, which goes nowhere. I never forgot I even had it. But that's for I think because there's a little bit of space here between the walls. I thought maybe we could have something in here, a little sort of hidden corridor. We have the main rug, gone from red, as you may have saw in the video, gone to a nice dark green with a little bit of moss to make it look a bit patchy. Maybe it should be clean. It should be clean. And I've put some designs into the thingy, sort of this sort of eye shape made of chiseled stone brick and smooth brick on the outside with these little sort of banister bits. I think I've seen Juracraft use these on one of his builds, and it's just something to sort of break the space. I could put chairs in, but I don't want to look a bit like a church. I think if I put like chairs or pews in, it would look a bit like a church. I just want it to open up, and I put these nice candles on it, so it gives it a little bit of light. There is also, under all the rugs, even these pale moss ones here, there are glowstone just to help light the room up. I also did this out here. That's just unrelated, because that was bare for ages, and I really want to do something out there. But my favourite thing are probably these side things here, these sort of, I don't know, they're like window boxes, but not windows. They're not the pattern you saw in the video. I did the colour scheme actually, because it's yellow, blue, and it's magenta, isn't it? Which is inspired actually by the Jazz Club Lego set, the modular build. Has these lovely little windows made of pink, yellow, and blue bricks, and they're translucent, so they let a bit of light in. There's really nice little bit of colour, and I guess I could just use green. I could use this regular green and lime green, but I think that would have wouldn't have blended. And I don't think I could have used lime. Lime would be too bright. Same with pink, so I went with magenta, because I think purple was too dark. It went too well with the blue, so I thought, do you want something really light, something really dark, and something sort of in the middle, which is the magenta. And in each one of these slots, there is a like a knight iron armor stand. They've all got flowers as well. So these are sort of like to sort of neighbouring towns or islands or nations have donated their sort of national flowers to this thing. So we've got there's a fern over there. We've got what's that? We've got cherry blossom, bamboo, tulips. There's a fungus, like a bloody mushroom over there. And there's all these other bits. We've got wither skeleton skulls. I had them all on the same line. I thought that would be a bit sort of weird because it's sort of Minecrafty. That, like, you know, people might think, oh, there's summoning a wither, so I put one on the middle on the other shelf. These are all just meant to be just gifts again from other sort of nations and sort of visitors. We've got like turtle eggs. We've got copper rods, magic lanterns, crystals, lots of pots and things, a banner, just lots of things to sort of just to decorate this side bit. Just make it look a bit more interesting. We've got a dragon egg over there as well. And then up onto the throne, we have these little seats again, like I said, for like dignitaries. Like I said in the time lapse, sort of like Hogwarts, where they have all the you know, they have all the chairs for the teachers. You've got Dumbledore in the middle, and you have, you know, you got Maggie Smith, Warwick Davis, and Alan Rickman, and you know, everyone else. What's the one I like? Lupin, that's him. And you got these other sort of side-facing chairs as well. Sort of like high-ranking guests. The throne itself wasn't asked to get like work. Like I really struggled to get a really nice one I liked, but now I finally have. So it's just dark oak planks and stairs with a banner and carpet for the like sort of armrest and the cushion. And we have the Arkenstone from The Hobbit. It's just another star in it. I think it looks nice, like in what is the name of that dwarven city? The Lonely Mountain. What's actually? Well, I can't actually remember what it's called from The Hobbit. But in the throne room, they have that stone. Is it what's called the Arkenstone? That sort of magic gem they have like in the head of the throne room, and above, because it looked cool, I put some mob heads to look like these, like sort of the enemies that have attacked the city, and these are like sort of the heads. You've got like dragons and creepers and pig warriors and stuff. And we've used some of the new paintings as well, because I really wanted to use some of the new paintings, even the ones that are done by different artists, because there are some that are done by the original artist who did the original paintings, and there's some new ones as well. And these are sort of a mix, and they're just different shapes, and they fit so well. There's more sort of odd-numbered ones, which I like. It just looks so much better. That torch was for me. There's also these doors here, which will lead probably somewhere else later on down the line. So there's nothing in here, is there? This is just an empty room. It's just a dummy room. Yeah, this is a dummy room, proof of concept room. But this one over here is the real important one, because this one I've actually properly detailed. So we've got this sort of chamber. I will probably copy this sort of chamber and put it over there. And we have this lovely staircase with a sort of prismarine. I looked up sort of Minecraft mansion stuff for inspiration for the interior. And a lot of people I think they use red nether brick for like a red carpet to go up these sort of steps. I went for prismarine because it's that more green colour that fits the aesthetic. And you've got this little upper section here. You've got a table. Well, there was a table. I thought I had a table up here. Oh, no, it's there. That's the table. And then you go through here with these nice big doors. Of course, they're 4 wide and it's a 3-block thing, but you don't really notice from here. With little tripwire hooks for handles, and you can close and go on to the upper bit. I'm thinking of adding like maybe some books up here or something. Maybe some more paintings and more decoration. But I love these rafters. In the video, the roof is so much taller, and I had these lanterns dangling. And it just looked really. They weren't adding much because I felt the room was too tall. So I brought the roof down. So if you saw that green wool in the video, that was about sort of here. And I just brought it down to that level. Actually, I think if we dig through... There we go. My night vision. I've used that so much building this. Yeah, these are those green bits. And that was the original scene. So I just brought the ceiling down. I just built it lower. And it really helped. See, now it looks crap. And this. We've got some little details like on these posts. We've got these walls going up the sides. These little braces out of trapdoors like I did in the servant bits underneath. I think also if we go back through here, actually, I like using the pale moss here. I had it swapped and it looked rubbish, having the paler one in the middle. But if we go through here, we have this is what the upper corridors will look like. So this is what the corridors look like for the rest of the build. So it's tough, chisel tough on the top and the bottom. You've got these little trapdoor bits on the bottom. These lovely arched roofs. I had them really pointy, and they just looked too tall originally. I've sort of domed them a little bit, and it's all the perfect height. And then we've got carpet going through the middle again, just to break up the flooring a bit. And it looks lovely. And again, using these paintings and these sort of upper little bits with I've put glowstone behind them, so they just sort of pop a bit more. And this is sort of there's a bit of an announcement sort of behind this video, because while this is the only interior of the room castle I've done, I've gotten really quite bored of doing. I haven't got burnt out of the series yet, but I'm not gonna do the throne room all at once. I think I'm going to come back to it every now and again, because I want to build stuff outside. I want to build buildings and exteriors. I want to be outside, and I don't want to have the bloody thing on all the time. I've already cleared the effect. I forgot I did. I want to be out here, because I spent so much time designing all this out here, doing all this, that I miss it, really. I've been stuck in there too long. Not like I'm not proud of what I've got. I'm really happy with how it's all turned out. I like this. I mean, there's still a lot to do. There's still all the stuff on this side to do. But I wanna be outside. God, that looks snap. Is that what I use? I use copper bulbs? I thought I used glowstone. I forgot I used copper bulbs. That was probably to make it look a bit dimmer so it didn't look as bright. But I want to do stuff out here. And there's that weird bit of gravel still here. But I want to do stuff outside. So I think we're going to leave the castle for a bit. We will come back to it. I will sort of do the odd bit when I come up with ideas. Why is the resistance so low? This is what happens when you keep changing game versions all the time. I'm playing a lot of 1.12 with Adam for a video you'll see later, or for a small series of videos. And every time you go back to when you keep flicking to 1.12 and say 1.21, the resistance gets all skewed. But yeah, I want to do more stuff outside. So the next couple of episodes will probably be doing stuff outside, doing buildings and stuff. You'll get to see the test world where I've been sort of trialing like designs for like houses and stuff. That barn I did time-lapse for like about probably sometime last year, probably nearly a year ago probably. That will be out soon. That will be out here. We're probably nearing. I think this world's probably over a year old now. It's probably been a year since I built that barn now, isn't it? And that was in the summer. But I think the series since the first video, I think it's been over a year now probably. Or nearly. I'm recording this at the end of April. It's at the 29th at the moment, but and this will come out the 30th. But yeah. The next few ones, I think we're gonna go back to the harbour, building out little jetties and stuff. So we're gonna leave that. So that's why this one's a little bit short, because I was planning to do more rooms, things like the ballroom and stuff. And I will do them, of course. I still want to sit by my target of getting this done by the end of the year, but I don't want to be bored doing it. Because I feel like I'm forcing myself. I don't want to force myself with this. I really want to enjoy it. So I'm going to do something I found a bit more enjoyable. So I'm going to do some stuff up here for once. And we'll probably clean this interior up, because this interior was just a sort of concept. I feel like everything I build in this bloody world is like a proof of concept or something. But this is all... Not everything like this will be stored here. Like, this is sort of storing everything. It's storing ore, it's storing straw, it's storing wood, it's storing all sorts of things. I want it to be a bit more sort of... I want the buildings to sort to be... sort of, what's the word I'm thinking of? Not localized, specialized, that sort of it. So yeah, like each certain buildings have certain, they're designed to store certain things. That was a sort of a general one, but we're gonna have lots of more specific stuff, and we're gonna have lots of cranes. I don't think we're gonna do boats yet. Boats might be a while away. I might have to build one so I have an idea of how big I want the gaps in the jet between the little piers to be. So I might build like one boat. But later on there will be a few, like a different size, like, you know, tiny little rowing boats to proper like galleons and all that sort of stuff. I've got a few ideas how I might want to design them, because I'm playing a lot of Anno 1800, and I want to use those sort of boat designs in this. So keep an eye out for that. Anyway, yes, that's it for today. Thank you all for popping in. You can all pop off again now. Yes, thank you very much for watching. As always, I do appreciate it greatly. Oh, God, the render thing. I didn't notice that. But you'll be down here. You'll never see that because you're not flying. Anyway, yes, that's it. Yes. Goodbye. Go away. Let me build. Cheerio.